The machine-like grind requires absolute focus and a high-efficiency power supply. However, most people are operating with data leaks in their social infrastructure. They are tethered to individuals who drain their energy, sabotage their momentum, and distract them from the mission. The only reason they stay connected is emotional sunk cost. The irrational belief that because they have invested time in the past, they must continue to invest time in the future. The 1% do not operate on nostalgia, they operate on utility. Today we execute ruthless pruning. Ruthless pruning is the clinical removal of low-performance nodes from your relational architecture. In the world of the wealth architect, a relationship is an investment. If an investment is consistently yielding a negative return, if it is costing you more in peace, time, and focus than it is providing in value, the only logical move is to liquidate the position. You are not hurting the other person. You are protecting the structural integrity of your own life. The first principle of pruning is the energy audit. You must identify the energy vampires in your network. These are the individuals who only reach out when they have a problem, who consistently introduce drama into your environment, and who react to your momentum with subtle system drag. They are the noise in your signal. To reach the 1%, you need a high signal-to-noise ratio. Any node that creates more chaos than clarity must be prioritized for removal. Next, we address the sunk cost fallacy. Just because you went to high school with someone or worked with them 10 years ago does not mean they have a permanent right of access to your current operating system. People are seasonal. Their hardware may have been compatible with yours in a previous version of your life. But as you upgrade to the 1% mindset, you will find that many people are no longer capable of running your new software. They will glitch, they will lag, and eventually they will attempt to crash your system to make themselves feel more comfortable. Pruning is the act of acknowledging that the past investment is gone and refusing to throw good time after bad data. Then there is the integrity check. You must prune the dishonest nodes. These are people whose words do not align with their actions. In a high-stakes alliance, an unreliable component is a liability that can destroy the entire machine. If you catch someone in your inner circle lying, or if they demonstrate a lack of loyalty to others, they are a security risk. You do not retrain a snake, you remove it from the garden. Ruthless pruning is a security protocol. The psychology of the 1% in this domain is clinical detachment. You don't need to have a dramatic confrontation. You don't need to explain why you are leaving. You simply perform a fade out. You stop responding to the low-value pings. You close the access points. You stop inviting the liability into your deep work phases. You're not being cold, you are being selective. You are creating a vacuum of space that can eventually be filled by higher performance nodes. To execute ruthless pruning, you must perform a relational inventory. List your top 20 contacts. Categorize them as generators or drainers. The generators are the assets you double down on. The drainers are the nodes you prune. Start with the most toxic data leak and cut the connection today. Notice how much cognitive RAM is immediately freed up when you are no longer managing someone else's drama. The machine requires a clean environment to function at peak capacity. Your relationships should be a source of cooling and power, not heat and friction. If a component isn't serving the architecture, it is destroying it. Audit the leaks, cut the cost. Prune the network. Your time is the only non-renewable resource you have. Stop spending it on people who wouldn't spend theirs on you. If you are ready to reclaim your focus and build a high-efficiency network, subscribe. The Relational Architecture series continues. We will see you in the next deep dive.